Have y'all been missing mozzarella cheese sticks? I think in high school I ate them every day for lunch. I'm going to show you a recipe that I actually started yesterday, so keep that in mind. It's kind of a 2-day thing. Mozzarella cheese sticks with marinara sauce or creamy Italian. And y'all, they are delicious. Let's begin. It's really good. Why I show that? Anyway, so what we're going to start with is a half a cup. Okay, so to begin with, you're gonna, I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. You're gonna steam a pound of Yukon Gold potatoes, peeled, cut up, steam them until they're fork tender. It takes about 15 minutes. And then you're going to take 3/4 of a cup of your unflavored, unsweetened plant milk. And I'm going to introduce you to a product. Some of y'all that are already plant-based, you may be familiar with it. It's called agar powder, A-G-A-R. This is one that we got at Whole Foods. You can pretty much get it almost anywhere now. It's kind of like a gelatin for those that make jelly. It acts like that. So you're going to take 1/4 teaspoon and add it to your plant milk. And then you're going to mix it well and bring it to a boil. Just gonna stir it occasionally and bring it to a boil, and then you're going to turn the heat down to a simmer, and you're going to simmer it for 10 minutes. So we will see y'all in 10 minutes. Okay, so after you simmer it, stirring it pretty frequently for 10 minutes, you're gonna let it cool for about another 5 to 10 minutes, and it's gonna get kind of thick. So you're gonna take your 1 pound of steamed potatoes, add it to a food processor, add your milk mixture. It's kind of weird. But think of it like kind of like jelly. So then you're going to add a teaspoon of lemon juice, a 1.5 teaspoons of white wine vinegar, about 1/2 to 1 clove of minced garlic. And then in here we have a tablespoon of nutritional yeast, about 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and about 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. So all that goes in, and then you're just going to process it until it's very creamy. As you can see, it kind of just looks like really, really whipped mashed potatoes. So then you're going to take a small, this may be a little too big actually, freezer safe tray, cookie sheet, whatever, and you're gonna line it with some parchment paper or the silicone mat, and then you're going to dump this out, and you're gonna spread it around to no more than like 1/2 inch thick. Now this recipe does need to chill in the fridge or the freezer, hence the freezer safe dish, for like overnight. So don't make this, you know, the day you're gonna entertain and wanna eat cheap sticks. It's gonna have to wait till the next day. So then you're just going to cover it with not wax paper, with a plastic wrap, and pop it in the freezer for overnight. And so that's it for this recipe until tomorrow, y'all. Okay, So to start with, you want to preheat your oven to 400. You want to take the cheese out of your freezer that's been there since yesterday and set it on the counter for a few minutes, which gives you perfect time to do this next step. So in a bowl, you're going to take a half a cup of your unflavored, unsweetened plant milk. And to that, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of arrowroot powder, which again, some things call it starch or flour. It's all the same, just different companies label it differently. And then you're just gonna whisk it till there's no lumps. So it's like a cornstarch, so it's gonna take on a feel of a cornstarch. Just like that. And then, in another small bowl, you're going to add breadcrumbs. This is 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. When I went to Walmart, they did not have any breadcrumbs that didn't have any eggs or milk in it, which is weird. And I guess I could have made my own breadcrumbs, but I make so much homemade anyways, I didn't want to. So what I actually did was just use panko that I put in my food processor to make it a little finer. So, you know, do what you want. And here we have 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. This is flax meal. It's 1 tablespoon. Did I say teaspoon of nutritional yeast? I meant 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, 1 tablespoon of flax meal. Again, I don't buy flax meal. I make my own in my blender. So in here we have 1/4 of a teaspoon of paprika and 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. So, just gonna give this a little turn. Get it all mixed up. Now, you're gonna take your cheese. Oh yeah, you're supposed to cover it with plastic wrap. I didn't have any plastic wrap. I had foil, so foil's what I use. Improvise. Okay. And you're going to flip it out on a cutting board. And peel off your wax paper or your baking mat, whichever. Have another one ready to go into the oven. And so now you're going to cut it into your sticks. So, you know, 2-inch by 1/2-inch sticks. I mean, think of mozzarella sticks, you know? Take, just like how we make everything else when we fry everything, just gonna put it in the milk mixture and then in the bread, and then you're gonna put it on your baking sheet, okay? So a wet hand, a dry hand. Whoopsies, I forgot a step. You're going to take out some of your bread mixture, about 1/4 of it. So that way, if your crumbs get too moist, you can add fresh to it. Does that make sense? I'm going to tell you all that. Okay. Okay, so when you get done, you're going to start back at the beginning. The first one you did, you're going to put your reserved panko breadcrumb mix in your bowl, and you're going to dredge them all again. Okay, so you're gonna do it twice, and then when you're done, you're gonna arrange them on your cookie sheet. I actually had to use 2 cookie sheets because I made so many of them, because you really want to spread them apart so they get really golden on both sides. Here's the trick. You want to bake them for about 20 to 22 minutes, or until the cheese starts to kind of peek out. But you don't want to bake for too long or the cheese will melt and you will have a gooey mess. So we're gonna put them in there for 20 minutes and then check on them and kind of go from there. Okay, so there you have it. After about 20 minutes, I did have to rotate my pans around. You have yummy, yummy mozzarella cheese sticks that are plant-based, whole food, oil-free, and delicious. I have some marinara sauce going on the stove. You can serve it with warm marinara sauce. Steve likes it with my creamy Italian dressing that I make in another video. So it is yummy and delicious, and I do truly hope that y'all try it. So be sure to like and subscribe and try the recipes, and be blessed, y'all. Bye.